Would anyone like to give me a fucking nerd recap, you fucking nerds?
Yes, okay. We were in the library still, and we studied, and we talked about prestige classes and training, and found out the potential effects of my family thinking I'm dead or missing. We talked about a variety of things, learned some things, and we're going to do more of that today. Yay!
Learning and shit. Like, yeah.
learning and shit, yes.
Wow, don't be too excited.
Woohoo!
I'm interrupting her, God.
Every time I look at my locket, it points at Mr. Cornelius, and I don't understand why. There's that. Hooray.
Speak your truth, Queen. Come on.
Wait, hold on. This is the wrong one.
Power words and 9 sages. And...
Yes, there's 1,000,001 things that we learned. If you need to know all of those things in detail, there's the VOD.
Oh wow! Great recap.
I've recapped. I did it.
Have an inspiration, I guess.
Thank you.
Here's the recap. Watch the VOD, idiots. All right.
I'll take it.
You forget about the dragons, bud?
No, I didn't. They're obviously there. That's fine. But I don't want to spoil everything.
Watch the VOD.
Watch the VOD. Stuff happens.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I just wanted to look at it. I suppose.
Look, I'll do a full sketchbook recap next time. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, anyway, let's get through your list.
Whew.
Did we make a list?
Yeah, the final upgrades. Or, well, I guess yours are still on the other page, right?
Yeah, he's still got his same list.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just stacking auras on my token, and I don't know how to delete them.
Set the distance
Right.
to 0.
I think you just reduce it to 0.
Oh, shit.
God damn it, Luke.
Oh, it makes sense.
Yo, hello?
There. Silly Luke.
Luke found a new button to push.
I'm making token auras.
See my aura? Hello?
Some of these prestige classes require you to know distances. We don't want to measure every time. We figured it out.
All right.
My classic Sagittarius.
So we should start with Chrome?
Sure. Where's Chrome stuff?
Let's see. He'd be in the upgrades people upgrades thread. Wait. Well, he's got mounted combat feat in there, and that's it. Final upgrades.
I found it from the library
the one.
quarries. Yeah, I found him.
Can you copy pasta in the final upgrade sword?
He just has
The
mounted
folks at
combat,
home.
I believe. Right?
Well, mounted combat is a feat that is going to be made, and you'll have it over the 2 weeks. Yeah. To be clear, although I do not have a comprehensive list yet, as that is something that will be finished probably over the break. I'm gonna try and get it done before the break, but we'll see. Fuck. My brain just... Come on, Billy.
You can do it.
Your brain is named Billy?
No, my brain is actually named Shut Up Legend.
It would make sense.
Okay.
All my stuff is based on what my weapons and shit like that.
Yeah. So there will be a mounted combat feat. You can retrain for it, or you can take it at level 8. It's up to you. Level 8 will still have access to the general feat, the 2 and any roll feat that you qualify for. So keep that in mind. And there are some feats that are going to be behind an 8th level barrier for that roll. And those are going to be the big potent ones, if you will. So there's a lot of stuff to look at there. That being said, mounted combat is a good one, and you're probably going to want it if you want breakfast with your enormous hog. Alright, so let me go through this list. Let's just start with you, Luke. You have... So looks like you're leaning towards Aryamancer, Rhine-based advanced songs. Well, there's going to be the advanced song list, but if you're looking for one specifically from Rhine...
One from the library. If I had to pick a book section, or if I had to pick, like, if there's too many in the library for me to just be like, I want all of them, I'd look probably in the Rhine corner section.
Alright. Thankfully, I do think there are Rhine ones here, so... I guess make me a investigation check. See if you can go find it. Alright, searching through the library, looking for a Rhine-based song. Let's see. Okay. Let me see here. All right. One of the songs you're able to learn for Rhine versions, I suppose, is the Song of the Broken. The Song of the Broken allows you to attempt a dispel check against every non-beneficial effect affecting you and your allies within 30 feet. This acts as per the Dispel Magic spell against a magical effect, even if the effect is not magical. For each effect that is removed by this ability, you take your proficiency modifier in hit point damage.
Cool.
Well,
Well, that's solid.
Can we do like a round robin with downtime?
Sure.
Just knock out
What do you mean? Well, you want me to just do all of them at once for one person and then go to the next person, or do one thing at a time for each person?
I figure one thing at a time for each person in the circle.
Oh, nice.
So,
Oh, before you do that retraining, can I get that that tattoo?
no, because I don't know if I'm going to retrain, and I haven't announced it in character.
Ah, darn. Okay.
Next up is Kraig. I wanted to learn if there is a living heir to the True Heart name. Let's see. No. There's not a living heir.
plenty of unliving ones.
Alright, Swigg wants to retrain. That's fine. And Knarh, you want to learn power words.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Like what?
Well, you taught me the first 4 Shark Eye power words. I thought I'd dig deeper into that. Is there more I can learn before my brain explodes?
It sounds dangerous.
And yeah, even the first one I learned was dangerous.
Oh god, I don't think there's anything else that you can actually use yet. Let me
Okay.
check though.
If it's out of my wheelhouse, it's out of my wheelhouse.
On is 14.
Yes. And I hear Arcadum making sure that I don't explode.
But would Cornelius care?
I mean, you could learn one that would kill you.
Don't use it or you'll be turned into an undead. Who knew?
Don't use it or your outards become your innards. Wait, what?
Okay. Which ones do you know again? Sorry. I'm like in the sauce right now.
Close.
You know Kos?
That's it.
That's it.
Okay. Suppose there's... Suppose you could use ale.
The dwarf perks up at this mention of ale.
Ale?
Swigg's ears pick up.
Beer. Beer.
Ah, yes.
Beer.
Our word beer.
Forces any heir of yours to go and fetch you a cold one from the fridge. At least you throw your empty can at them.
You a real one. Hold on. I've got two versions of this. Which version of Cost did I send you?
Costs to be before. Void nasty ailments. Return to the last status you were
Okay.
at.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna make sure.
Sweat's nervously realizing there's multiple forms to the word.
Conjugations.
Conjugations, oh boy.
Oh, yes. Learn magic, they said. It'll be fun, they said. It's just a bunch of grammar.
I mean, hey, sail, and sail, all the same. Pronunciation, very different words.
Took damage from that.
Claim it on my ADD.
That must make learning English so much more difficult.
Don't only get me started on the word had.
Yeah. Like, English is largely contextual. Like, you can have just the right word for it, but you can have entire conversations with a dude just by saying dude. And pointing at stuff.
That
Okay.
sounds wrong, but I know you're not.
So you're able to learn one other word, and that is ale, which is spelled
Okay.
A-E-L. The word ale in Sharkai means honor, or to be honored. It is used to challenge an enemy that is able to hear this word being uttered. It afflicts them with the challenge state, which is a taunt, basically.
Okay.
Nifty.
Okay, what's up next? Twilight Mouse wants to retrain feats. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
Can we fix this line? Knarh and Twilight Mouse?
Which line?
Oh, you're making a line for characters.
Oh, we're making a line.
Hello?
Next up
Oh,
is
move.
the breakfast got
Thank
in the
you.
way. Beneth Tier, you're retraining your trick and mastery of plate mail into trick and mastery of supple leather?
Yep.
Quite supple, if I do say so myself.
Yes.
Going for those big saves.
Deliciousness, yeah.
Big saving throw. Big. Very nice, yes. My wife.
I can give you some supple leather.
I actually do need some.
All right.
That would be very convenient. Thank you.
All right, Luke. Build a gate with Cornelius. Well, what do you want? You've been staring
You were
at
mentioning.
me.
Yeah, so I was having thoughts. You were mentioning that a gate would be needed for a doorway, a door frame to build a door, so to speak. And I've been mulling that over in my mind, and it seems to check out. You also said you could help me with this. Would you be able to help me?
Well, yeah. What kind of what are we talking about here? What kind of doorway are you thinking about?
I assume that the doorway is the place that you instill the rules upon. Kind of like a metaphor for entering a tavern, so to speak.
Fucking bards. Yes, that is where the inscription of the lock and key, I suppose, yes. Yes. That is where it would be instated. It is also instated on the area in which you go towards. Both must be compatible. You cannot open a door, for example, that does not have hinges. Hinges have to go both ways in order for the door to be successful. So, in and of itself, if you want to be able to enter this place, and then enter the place therein, you need to make sure that it works in both directions. For example, you can't have an incompatible mana type in such a place that is incompatible with another, as that would cause the entire thing to break down, and then possibly an astral event to happen, and it gets very messy. But I can help you make that.
If I made the inscription, including the ones that you're familiar with about this library, the rules, so to speak, if I made the inscription via song, would that mean that only bards can enter?
Well, not necessarily. It could be that only a bard could open the way, or someone who could use the songs, as it were. It is not necessarily so that only they could enter. It is that the way would only open if a song was uttered. So, a bard, or someone from Rhine, for example, or anyone with an item that could reproduce such a thing. There are options, obviously, and things that one must think about when controlling who can enter one's personal space.
Like the keys that you had.
Correct. And if you connect it to this library, then some of the librarium's rules, requirements, would of course be expected to be fostered within whatever space is connecting to it. Or else, the connection will not be maintained. One of the reasons why the library is considered neutral ground is because of these rules. They are steadfast and paramount. It is also one of the other reasons that assists with this library in constantly being able to change its position. Never able to be found, yet always able to be accessed. It is because that this place connects to these different points and randomly teleports towards them at different intervals determined by the inner magical workings. So if you wish to connect your space to this library, it would also be expected of you that the library could teleport to where that is. Don't worry, if it's a pocket dimension, it just appears in the astral sea, and we have defenses for that, so it's not a problem. For the most part. Sorry if my voice sounds a little off. I have dust in my bones.
That sounds very sound. So I would like to proceed with that.
Well, I could certainly help you with that. And you want the entrance to it to be a song?
Yes, I have it written down.
Okay. Well, let's hear it.
Marlowe will hand him the paper.
You're not going to perform it?
No.
Why? Aren't you a bard?
Huh. That's a
I am. However, it's a key. It's much like Mr. Swigg's phylactery over there.
How am I supposed to ingrain it if I haven't heard it performed? You think I'm going to sing it to myself and then put it on there? I am capable of many miraculous things. Carrying a tune is not one of them. You need lips for that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Have any of you ever heard Marlowe sing?
I know I haven't.
Couple of times, usually in a bathroom.
He sings in his
More of
sleep
a-
sometimes.
More of a beat poet. If these individuals know the song, would that pose a security risk to the space as well as this library?
When you say these individuals, do you mean your companions?
Do you think I can hold a beat?
mostly the halfling. I met her like a week ago.
Well, you could just
Or
you
the
could just
trickster.
do it in private where they can't hear you, I suppose. But the problem is that you'd have to recite it in front of them if they ever wanted to go with you. So
That's a good point. I hadn't considered that.
it seems pointless to hide it from them. And also, I should remind you that one of the things about bardic magic is that it is not
Subtle.
Yes, it can be, but it's not. If you want the thing to open your gate to be a song, by that definition, it has to be performed and heard. I suppose one could whisper it under their breath, but that's not really a song, is it? It's more of a paranoia skittering.
No chant?
Marlowe looks at every song he's ever written. Suppose that might be alright.
That's a fair criticism, as it.
It trails off. Oh shit.
But no, in either case, if that is what you wish, it seems counterproductive to be feared that it can be copied. In fact, I believe the entire point of making it a song was that only those that are learned can open it. Yourself or those that share your disposition. As most bards, with some notable exceptions, support the preservation of knowledge and the communal joy of the people, as it were. That's one of the few things that stays pretty consistent amongst the bardic kin, as it were.
Cornelius can see the joy on Marlowe's face. Alright.
But,
Wait, there's
but
wait,
every-
whoa,
but
whoa, is there a
everyone else-
smile?
But everyone else can't.
I was being facetious, Gruul.
I mean, Laza's right here. He's looking at you from the front.
Laza saw it, and Laza is very happy. Laza's
Alright.
trunk wiggles in anticipation to Marlowe's joy.
God, you're my favorite Laza.
Alright, deception check.
Yeah, no, I failed him. Right,
Oh, hold on, it's Laza. And
I know the truth.
Plaza knows the truth.
Unfortunately, Laza knows the truth, and his head will hang slightly.
As it kind of loves you.
Aw.
All right, we'll do this song. We sang songs of memory. Smell that had awoken us first. Traveling for those who travel next.
Twilight Mouse will raise her hands to clap tentatively.
Is that it?
I've been rewriting all my songs so that they fit a certain kind of symmetry. It's an artistic thing.
Oh, this is one of those Glean things, yes. Very good. Wow, your incredibly short song is very nicely crafted.
Well, at least it won't take forever to open a door.
I suppose that's a plus.
Is that one of them Haku things?
Oh, no.
Marlowe takes the compliment.
All right, I'll jot that down. Anyway, so we have a key. Did you have any other parameters? Like, can objects be brought? If so, are they regulated? Also, what defenses do you intend to provide? Because once this gate is connected, that means that an astral stream made of dust with a capital D, eyebrow, ridge, raise, wriggle,
Marlowe will scratch his nose.
causes this connection, and thus there is the chance that one of the leviathans or other such beasties of the astral sea can follow it to its natural point.
I believe the same parameters of the library. Nothing can be brought out except for knowledge. Something has to be left behind. To bring in what you're carrying, and you must leave behind something written in knowledge. Knowledge and written?
I think you misunderstand. I don't mean the parameters for entry, necessarily as in what is required to enter, but rather, let us say a Leviathan tries to get in, and your parameters of you can take nothing behind and must leave something behind is very well. It doesn't take anything, it just destroys the fucking place and then eats everything.
Or it stays there waiting for you to come back.
Yes, all that. Do you see what I mean? It is important to have these defenses.
Yeah.
This place is loaded with all sorts of things that Mr. Nenanoth sensed on our way in.
Indeed. The library of Kasael is incredibly well defended, hence why we are able to do this. If you are under the library's direct idiom, then you would be under its control, I suppose. Or, excuse me, protection. But that does mean that you will not be able to act autonomously. You will have to follow the rulings of the librarian. If you're alright with that, then there's no problem. But if you're not, then we're going to have to figure out some way to keep your little ship sailing in the astral sea. Without exploding.
Is there any of these rulings that I don't know currently?
Let's see. You must leave something behind in order to enter. You can take nothing with you. Yes. Let's see here. Must be respectful to the garnishing of the knowledge. You cannot destroy anything. Blah, 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 blah. No fat chicks. Blah, blah, blah. That seems to be the important ones, I think. I don't see anything else in here.
Then it sounds good to me.
Cornelius kind of frowns a little bit. No, there was something. Something. It must require a keeper. So you'll have to have somebody that will watch over the place. Someone that you trust.
Could I be the keeper?
You could, if you didn't want to leave, ever.
Ah, I see.
Sit in a library forever.
Well, I suppose the title is passable. I guess. That'd be annoying. The ritual is very long and arduous. But if you're willing to lose 8 hours every time you come in and out, well, I guess that's one thing. It is as I said, I cannot leave this place because I am its keeper. Which I told you 4 sessions ago.
That makes sense. I don't know anyone at the current moment who would be up to that task.
You kind of whisper, you don't? Specifically darting his eyes across the room.
I'll be his keeper. No, I'm just kidding.
It was me. That's who he meant.
With all due respect. Are you looking at Laza?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I know you don't like his joyous disposition, but all that, but I figured you still respected him.
He doesn't like my joyous disposition?
What are you talking about? Anyways,
You do what you need to do.
if I ask Mr. Laza here, Laza, I'm effectively asking you to be stuck once again, like you were in Amber. You've just been released.
Plaza will look down, and then we'll look over to Cornelius, and we'll say, Mr. Blackfire? Yes, Lord Blackfire, but whatever. Is being a keeper something I have to commit to forever? What? No. Not a prison. You could stop being one anytime you want to. I don't, because I'm the keeper of Carsael. It's very cool, and I have no intention of giving it up anytime soon, you fucks. He'll look around suspiciously.
Would you mind helping me take care of this place for the time being while we go off into battle against Matherians?
Of course, Mr. Marlowe. In anything for you.
Wow.
Wow.
Their relationship is so cute.
Laza will say, I know how much this place would mean to you, and to be entrusted with it and its safekeeping is a high honor. I would love to do so. And maybe I'd have a second chance at preserving history. Hezekiah give me strength not to fail again.
Marlowe will hand over his holy symbol. He will place it in his hand, along with the song that is rolled up. He will say, fail or not, this means a lot to me. Thank you.
Laza will put his hand over yours, and then wrap his trunk around both of your hands, and he will give a deep bow. I will not fail you. I will keep the knowledge safe until you return from your adventures. Mr. Cornelius? Lord Blackfire. Yes, thank you, Beta. Oh, apologies. Lord Blackfire. Good. Is there any way I could stay in contact with them? Yes. Oh, there is? Any way that my magic could aid them? Yes, of course. Oh, that isn't limiting at all. No, it's actually very useful. Being a keeper is awesome. So fucking cool. Sorry.
Good, because
In that
might
case,
need them for the boat.
would you be able to copy down the sending spell for me that I could study here in the meantime before you go in?
Are you asking the elephant person or me?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Please turn and look at me then.
No, I was asking Laza. I was
Oh.
looking at him.
Fine. I don't know the spell, obviously. Of course I can.
Like, I could... Thank you.
They're competing over his attention now.
What was that?
He's like, I'd do anything for you. The first thought that came into my head is why?
Because you're my friend.
Oh god.
Reaches out with his trunk and pats you on the shoulder.
Wish I
Make
brought
a fucking
snacks.
Constitution saving throw, not to flinch.
Hey,
there we go.
hey, he kept his cool. Hey, there we go. Good job.
Mr. Laz is so cute.
That's
Just
local
died
line.
somewhere.
Alrighty, good stuff, good stuff. Next up we have is... Oh, God.
Oh, yes,
okay,
it's me.
Okay, so,
Actually, before we get to any of the list, there was something I wanted to ask Cornelius Blackfire.
Oh.
Um,
Very well, what do you want?
Earlier, you were able to directly look upon the household of Twilight Mouse here.
I'm sorry, it's hard to understand what you're saying when there's an entire family coming out of your mouth.
I'm trying my hardest, I really am.
That's his baggage?
Might I suggest that you move your computer to a place that isn't in front of everyone else? Please continue. Apologies.
No, it's understandable. I
Sure.
get you. I'm sorry, I have a family. What do I do? You looked upon the household of Twilight Mouse earlier.
I did? Yes.
Would you be able to do the same for mine?
Yes?
He'll take a deep breath, collect himself, and then point to a location on the west side of the ice floes, north of Dead Man's Flow. It should be
Do you have a
right around
name?
here. Like an estate or a person? We don't have a...
Yes!
family.
Any of those. Like, do you know your family's names?
Yes.
Thank you. Please give me their names.
Marshall Stonehead.
Marshall?
Marshall.
Marshall?
Marshall. Ool.
Marshall?
Yes.
That's a very orky name.
Stonehead.
Now, no H. Ed.
Fuck. Fine. Marshall Stonehead.
I can't imagine it's a pretty sight.
No, I cannot see them. That's interesting. They're in a place where my divinations cannot reach them. There is a heavy presence of abjuration magic. We're under some sort of protection. I am able to detect, however, that it is far to the north the ice flows. Deep beneath water and ice. A frozen river. The edge of the sea.
So they went to a location? They left the house? He kind of just thinking to himself for a moment.
I don't know. I can't see them. I'm telling you where they are. It's here, and he'll just hold up an image, and you'll see just a giant glacier with no settlements on it at all. They are here. Underneath here, specifically.
Thank you. I guess there's one other person. His name would be Zool Stonehead.
He fucking.
Not that Zool.
Okay.
No, the other Zool.
That's his brother.
Zule, other one.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm not related to that old man.
Let me go.
I was gonna say I hooked up with Marshall Stonehead back in Rondu.
Send him the art again, Kraig, just in case.
Oh yeah, I can drop the art and art.
Yeah, could you give me your fucking family line again so I can figure out where they are?
You gotta get with people and put those in the wiki too under your family connections.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
should do that. Yeah, now that we got all the wiki people being cool and shit.
Remember, the more information you actually send me, the more I can actually do with it.
I shared this a long time ago.
Yes, you gave me their fucking what? That's it. That's all you gave me.
You have Ginny's character sheet. Like, you have so much information on Ginny.
Oh my god.
That's all Marlowe wants.
Those eyes, Jesus.
If I handed him the amber locket,
Oh god.
we just go straight. We just go straight there.
Oh god. The little piece of amber would rip off and just fly to him.
Yeah, well, I got the character story, I got all that stuff. There's this. There's the art.
Oh no.
He was also there when Mom transformed, and I don't know his fate.
Where do you put? Oh, did you put the
It's an
notes?
art. It's an art. Oh, it's loading. Sorry. There it goes.
God.
Cool, Abdul, cool.
Look at that fucking nerd.
Wait, isn't it Marshall? Because you're Gruul.
Well,
Strange
he's
how that would
actually-
work.
Fucking
Gruul?
checkmate.
Is it Gruul or is it Gruul, Mr. Nidanoff?
All
I don't know. Ask
is
God.
that guy has a pretty cool name.
He's pretty cool.
And Granddad was cool.
Okay, communications.
Which ones are dead, Gruul?
Alright, so you want me to look up your
brother?
Brother? Or is it little brother, older brother?
Yes, younger.
Who is...
I have no idea where he'd be. We both left.
He is currently in the Fallow Lands.
I am right here. Oh.
He's in the Fallow
I was-
Lands. He's at some abbey. Some kind.
And I'd be in the Fellowlands.
Yes.
Thank you.
We were in the Fallowlands.
Whatever. Relief comes over him. Thank you.
Observation.
Know that one of them are.
What did you say
Safe and sound.
softly in the background there, Luke? What the fuck?
Oh, I was as Twilight Mouse was like, we were in the Foul Lands. I just muttered, what a fucking astute observation.
Yes, he is currently at the Osen Chapel in Fallowlands.
I will look at my family too. They're all dead. Continue.
Is that all? Is there anything else? You have a sister I should find?
No, the other members of my family are passed.
Ex-wife?
I mean, that's not really a
Girlfriend?
problem for me.
They've moved on. It's fine.
That's what the last one said.
Tiny little hairs. Because
And are you actually going with Gravelord?
Yes, I am.
Oh god. Alright. Are you changing to a trident fighting style?
That I am.
Oh, this took a turn of events, dude.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
He's using a trident. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's great.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna build crossbow man. I'm a crossbow man, and then he just uses a trident. I'm like, all right, it's cool,
look,
brother.
alright.
Cool, brother.
Look. He's embracing his own death.
I'm looking. That's incredible. Man. Jesus Christ.
You know, I just came to realize, Mr. Gruul, that your rotting skin might be an apt metaphor for all your suppressed emotions.
Wow.
Eaten away from you,
Tactful,
the
as
inside
always.
out.
Thank you.
Is all the sarcasm and hidden euphemism something about you hiding your own emotions? Or endless sadness?
No, I just like saying shit.
Man.
Well, it goes to write poetry.
The table is shifted further over than it looks. You can't sit on that chair. It's impossible. I've tried. I've tried so many times.
Thank you, Miss Mouse.
That one's quite comfortable, though. Go for that one, yes.
Anyway.
What do you mean? I could sit in that chair. Oh, like, you cannot sit in that chair.
You can't break
Your
those cuffs.
hubris once again.
You can't break those cuffs.
Ooh. Lurker is 5 minutes inbound. Good.
Gasp.
He's counting.
And reading what you've put here, Veneteer, it's you want to change what exposure the chat 2 gives?
Yeah, if that's possible or not. Will that be changing the tattoo entirely?
You'd have to change the tattoo entirely, unfortunately.
Never mind.
If you wanted to change the exposure to, like, corruption. And are you going, what is this? Soul stealing, for those who wishes to use power words.
Yes, I wish to learn how to steal souls for the soul in a jar.
Oh shit, good looking out, man.
He wants jar souls.
Okay. Oh, boy.
If I can.
He wants to put the people in the jars.
You can.
Oh, perfect.
You could talk to the main man here. Oh, we're going to enchant you some evil weapons.
Nice. I was reading a book you gave me earlier.
Evil weapons? Oh, roll up your trunk. It's going to be fine. He's a hero. Look at him.
There. You turn around, cover your ears, sis.
Like,
These are harsh words.
Knarh opens her ears and listens closer.
Continue.
oh, well, we'll have to do that in the downtime.
Oh. Okay. He goes back. Bad.
We're good, right? You're only stealing evil souls.
Yes, because that distinction matters. Anyway,
Not everyone. Not everyone we deal with will be evil.
That's true. Like, I'm
They'll
not
just be in the
evil.
way.
I will not answer your question.
Anyway,
Damn, corner.
Big wink. Winky face.
who's next? What else do you want? Looks down at parchment. Oh, we got to the list.
You wanted one more thing, right, Nara?
Yeah. You say there's a place we can learn spells here?
Yes, and make them.
And poisons.
Yes, there are poisons here. Now, remember, it's not. You can't take them with you. It's not a shop.
No, but like, I could learn recipes, right?
Well, yes, and then you could make those in the outer. Well, there is one merchant, but he's a little He's
That was a long pause.
Don't
He-
really have any money anyway.
he's look over to Laza. He's insatiably optimistic. It's very annoying. But if you want to speak with him, you can. He technically has made donations to the library and is allowed to be here, and he is one of the only places here where you can exchange goods and make various purchases. Blah 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 blah.
I'd
Good spot to
love
go
to.
to.
Learn spells and or make spells.
So I suppose we go there next.
Should we learn Shark Eye in downtime?
I mean, if
Yes,
you
sir.
want to.
No, but I thought Knarh wanted to learn Shark Eye.
It's
Knarh's
a
like,
pretty
yes.
cool language.
Like, I've already started learning a couple of power words, so yes, learning Shark Eye would be good.
Bar 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 shark bar bar bar.
Calicos calican kale. Elskel a calicos calicale. And valnig and vas vit valvid guy e colican calicake. That means shut up.
Oh,
Hey, Chrome, you gotta go work out and retrain.
Yeah.
It's gonna take me
What's
a hot
up?
minute to learn that one.
Do you want the hand?
Yeah, that would help.
No thanks.
Oh my god.
Go on.
Man,
Just kidding.
Well-
I'll come help.
What the fuck, dude?
yes,
Dude.
me too, Mr. Mininoff. Come on, let's
Too
go.
bad.
We have
Jumps
training and practice to put in.
yeah, come along, Swigg. I know you wanted to train too.
They're training. I wonder if I should put in training.
No. You got to train your mind.
I gotta
Whipping
train
out
my
my-
mind. Wait, that's a thing you can train?
Oh, yes, you
Your
can.
brain's a muscle.
Indeed.
Looks at my bulging biceps. Wait, you can train your
Of
mind?
course
like
you can. I'll show you how. Let's do Wordles.
Marlowe
I-
purposefully does not look at her chest.
Knarh's like, spelling was hard. Hey, no.
Okay.
Does tree have 2 E's?
Okay. So everybody's gonna retrain and do a bunch of other stuff.
If
I don't know if it has 2 E's, but it has a lot of branches.
I'm gonna decide over break, but I think if Gruul's going Gravelord, I might wind up going Weeping Blade.
That's fucking crazy.
Maybe.
Brave Lord, man.
I'm embracing the undeath.
I'll
Yep.
also go Grave Lord. No, I'm just kidding.
I will also go Gravelord.
I will not.
Are
know-
you embracing or suppressing, Gruul? We need to talk about this.
So when you say that you're embracing undeath, that means you're going to stay a Zambi?
Yes,
So you're going to eat brains.
I will.
Eat that brain.
This is a
Are you
decision
sure?
he's not happy. It's one I've thought about, and it's one that I don't think I can do or could not have done without knowing what is on the line. But now that we know what is for our future and what we need to do, I don't have the option to take shortcuts.
All right,
I have
well,
to do all that I can.
I will not enact the brain eating until the next time we play, which will be a ritual we will actually do. So that way, you have given as much time and as many chances as possible to rethink this decision if it is not 100% what you want to do. because
Gotcha.
once that moment has passed, it is gone. So that
Understood.
That way, nobody can ever say you didn't get a chance to think about it. It's like bullshit.
I didn't know there was a vow in parting being Paladin. I don't know.
God, that frustrated the shit out of me.
Should you ask
wet ass brain?
Can
You
I be
asked-
alive again?
Miss Knarh about this decision? Will she be okay with it?
I no longer feel the need to ask her for such things every time.
He said, "Who cares?"
You're going to be traveling with her quite a lot. Are you sure you want that kind of tension?
It's been there for months now. I've tried talking to her about it. She still refuses to say any different. And seeing as the rest of our party still seems to accept this, she can either learn to deal with it or take it her own way. We have a world to save. I don't have... Oh, hello, Lurker.
He made it.
He's here.
Yes.
Fuck, dude, I interrupted you in a moment. I am so sorry.
You're good, man. You're good.
I love you, brother. You're good.
Go ahead, buddy.
God damn it.
But, no. I, can't really give her any consideration anymore.
If I may add something for consideration, since we're having this conversation. Mr. Chrome and Mr. Swigg are in forms of undeath that they seem to have a large degree of control over. What about you?
For the most part, but my new hunger I have been given is temperamental. If I am not fed within the month's time, my control will loosen. Also, when we are in the heat of battle, I might be able to suppress these instincts temporarily, but at some point I will have to give in. I am still me, but I have less control over such desires.
When we were on the ship, traveling down the coast for months, you mentioned your mother a couple of times and checked in on her because you wanted her to not be a monster, because the Barrow King promised you he could fix her, right?
The issue between me and her is similar, but her mind was gone as well as her body.
I don't want you to misunderstand me. I'm a big believer in doing whatever it takes to achieve your goals. Just make sure you've given it all the thought that you can.
I have had many months. I've died and been given many options. I have to save the world on my shoulders. So I think when I state that what I'm doing is done with a lot of consideration, trust me, I know I'm making a choice that will likely ruin me in many ways. But sacrifices have to be made. And I'm willing to make them.
All right. Had to ask to make sure. But anyway, let's see that trident form again. Hiya.
Don't forget that if you become permanently undead, then you will be permanently beautiful.
Good to know I always have you in my corner, Cornelius.
What?
Well, I wouldn't say that,
You
but
know.
I do support undead activities. It is truly the evolution of mortal kind to become immortal, impervious to the undulations of time, and forgetting what other things feel and taste like. Small price to pay for untold cosmic power. Oh, come over here, Swigg. It's time for your lich training.
Okay.
Yay! I've schemed over the book you gave me.
Come along.
Schemed.
Let us begin. It just starts.
Do I also have to make these sound effects?
No, you don't have to. That's fine.
Okay.
I mean, that doesn't mean you shouldn't.
Estos
Meow,
muertos.
meow, meow.
Don't fucking
Stop.
make me do them.
He'll begin to recite from the ancient tome of liches. En la muerta comienza mi vida. That's pretty good, right? I think I hit
That was
it.
Yeah,
pretty good.
that was great.
Yeah, that was great,
That's
right?
pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Hey, for all you Spanish. Hold on, where are the subtitles? What did he say? Okay, so while Gruul decides that he wants to remain beautiful, and Swigg would like to become professionally beautiful, is there anything else anybody wants to do?
Hey, Knarh.
Knarh's just kind of staring at the Wordle angrily.
It's
Mm.
the B is like a P, but upside down.
That.
Uh,
What?
You mind if I have my acorn back? Is that
Yeah.
not mine, but the one I gave you?
I mean, it is yours.
Plaza will
Sure.
point with his trunk. This word is going to be particularly difficult, but I know you can do it.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
You're one of the few, Laza. That's for sure.
Well, I try to repay the kindness that Mr. Marlowe has shown me.
As long as I have flesh, I believe in you.
Oh,
Flesh
Wow.
eye of the
Turns to bone instantly.
I immediately becomes skeleton.
Just falls right off in front of you.
I'm not sure how
you know,
to feel about
this
that.
party's slow transition from like a neutral kind of stanced group into a like evil axis group has been amazing to watch. It's been really good. Like
Subtle and step by step.
at the end, it's like this is Marlowe, the neutral. Like Marlowe's the most good character other than Knarh. Dude, like it's
I don't even know what that means.
like it's like Swigg becomes a lich. You become an apocalyptic zombie. You're like a fucking soul-stealing knight.
I'm still in souls.
You become an assassin that just like uses omega poisons. Like this group is like, like is this the evil group?
We're still neutral though.
We're still neutral.
Are we the
guys.
baddies?
We're not the baddies. The
We're not
fucking
the
church is the baddies. We're
Mr.
Yeah.
Mr. Marlowe, why do we have skulls on our uniforms if we're not the baddies?
The boys like souls. I don't know. Are you yucking their yum? Well,
All that's left is the gas, the fucking.
The skulls are for democracy.
In the background, just skulls for the skull thrones, blood
did you
for
say
the blood
fuck?
god.
Marla, how do you do it?
All right, there's a lot of people talking at once. I'm distracted. What? How do I what?
She sets down the word. How do you do it?
Do I read? Fucking
No.
elegantly.
How do you numb yourself to everything.
I didn't. It was a perspective that did that for me.
Perspective.
Much like when you learned the gods, you felt the need to apologize. And it's the same thing. Just perspective.
Look, I kind of feel like you're the only one who might be able to help me with this perspective then. Because, honestly, Abby's new to the group, and I don't trust any of the others.
Well, Abby's new to the group, and I don't trust her. So hopefully we have the opposite perspective we could...
Laza will hang his head when you say that. No.
No. Kind of pats him and goes, I've been through one battle with you. Been through a lot more with Marlowe. But how do I get over a lifetime of pain and hatred?
You don't. Why would you get over that? It happened. It was a part of your history. It's a part of your memories. It's not something to get over. Is it the troubles caused by that you want to get over? Is it the feelings?
The feelings, the hatred. I hate half my party at the moment, Marlowe. There are things that I hate. They're sure, they're still them. They're still there. I've learned to tolerate and accept that, but I haven't gotten over the hatred of what they are. They're undead.
I think you're, but if I may,
that's why I'm talking to you. Go right ahead. And leans back.
I think you're conflating undead with what the undead did to you. If you label all the pain in your past as undead, then of course you'll hate undead if you hate that pain. But if you relabel it as what the undead did to me, then you'll just hate what the undead did to you. It sounds pretty fucked up, so... Makes sense.
That is a very way to look at it. Yeah, no, that is a horrible way of looking at it.
I don't understand.
It's not... How can I label it as what they do to me and not what they stand for?
I don't know if they stand for anything. I know each person, Marlowe kind of looks at the new undead party members for the first time. The liches and zombies as they're individuals. Got a pretty good feel for Chrome.
Knarh looks at them.
Sometimes I tell myself, like, oh, I know why he does what he does, kind of thing. And then I cut myself short. Bad habit. But they're probably for different reasons. I think it's one could assume that Chrome is searching for power. Gruul for some psychological reason.
Power. It's also power. Like, at the base, it's also power, Marlowe. Think about it. Chrome looks for power because he's making sure that no one goes through whatever he went through. I don't know what he went through, but he's making sure that no one has to go through it also. Gruul's looking for power to try and fix his problems, but also is instead trying to fix everyone else's problems instead of his bloody own. Swigg, who knows? He's a cheerful lad, I suppose. This is out on being human, I think, because he misses drugs, but he's accepted being what he is.
I think it boils down to the same issue. Can you separate the idea of Gruul, a traveling companion of yours for over a year at this point, who is searching for power to solve his problem? Can you separate that from a instrument of a foreign wizard lich that is responsible for taking your childhood? In my mind, those are two completely different things. It's easy to think of them as the same. It's very, very easy. It saves stress on your brain muscle. It's very difficult to think of them as different things, because thinking is difficult.
Yeah, you were trying to train my brain muscle.
Yeah.
I thought it was just an organ. I don't know. I don't want people that I've traveled with for a year, that I have considered my second family, because my first one's dead. I don't want them to become the thing I hate. And to some small extent, I'm concerned that they are.
Well, they might be. I don't think they are. I don't think they will be, but let's just say that is true. Here's another thought experiment. What if they were your family? What if Gruul was your little brother?
I mean, Telry did.
Telry's on his own journey, and it's not over yet.
Yeah.
If Gruul was your little brother, would you smother him, keep him confined, so that he couldn't do the actions that you didn't want him to do? Or would you let him make his own mistakes?
Make his own mistakes or smother him? What?
It's the alternative. You force him to not become what you fear he might become.
Oh.
Weave him a destiny that fits within the tapestry of your idealization.
Nara ponders those deep and dark thoughts.
If I were to write a story for Gruul, it would have a happy ending. It wouldn't be him turning into a zombie and pursuing the self-sacrificial tropes that he's riddled with. But then again, I don't write his story.
He does.
Maybe it sucks, maybe it doesn't. It is what it is. It's just something to come to terms with.
I actually had this story for only a year, practically. My God. So much has changed.
If I may, I think that you are stuck in a place where you feel a righteous anger inside of you, yes?
Why? Yes.
Don't mean for you to... I do not mean for you to approach this in such a way as where you feel as if you have to defenestrate your hatred, but rather that perhaps you would approach it in a way that you could learn to layer it. Layer it in such a way that it does not blind you. My sadness over my failure follows me wherever I go. The guilt compounds and presses against me. But one does not learn to live with trauma by making it disappear. One learns to live with it to make it a part of you, as it has no choice but to do so. Mr. Marlowe's words are quite correct. It is like the layers of a cake.
Make it a part of me?
Yes, a part of you. You have parts of you that are sweet, parts of you that are sour, parts of you that are soft, and some that are moist, and all sorts of things like that. Learning to place them in a way that they function properly, I believe, is the path. And your comrades will help you do that. Oh, we've been talking about cake. What's your favorite kind of cake?
Wildberry.
Wildberry, an excellent choice. What's your favorite kind of cake, Mr. Marlowe?
Danny's cakes.
Wow.
I don't think I thought about it. Spice, probably.
Oh, excellent. My favorite cake is strawberry shortcake.
Does cheesecake count?
Yes, of course it does.
It's gotta be cheesecake then. Fuck.
Don't let it blind me, but use it. Sets down the Wordle, stands up, and coming in for a hug.
Oh! Oh! He will hug Knarh tightly. Oh, Miss Knarh. Pat, 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 pat.
You're gonna be a good friend.
Oh, yes. And then Laza will reach out with its trunk towards Marlowe. Come along, Mr. Marlowe. Come join us in the camaraderie.
Marlowe will stand up and then stand next to them.
The trunk will reach out and tap Mr. Marlowe's shoulder very, very softly. Oh, look at him. He will let Knarh go.
Knarh will just look at you. Marlowe? Brain muscle. Make it strong, right?
Yeah.
How do I do this? What are some things I can learn?
Think about things.
I mean, I've got these notes, holds up some scribbled notes of what she's been writing down about the library.
Yeah, just keep thinking about it.
What about music? And we can pan away. Right.
Wait, you want to think about music?
Yeah, your songs are always kind of interesting. You have to use words in the right order to make a song, right? How do you always make them up on the fly? How do you?
Most of the time I don't. They're memorized, changed over and over again. Song's just a fancy way of saying something.
Fancy way of saying something. Reminds me of Abby. She told me I need to be more. Holds up her hands, ladylike, fancy.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
Of course you wouldn't. And Knarh will go back to Wordles with everyone.
Alrighty. Alright, so Swigg, so you want to retrain your shifter into Woad Warrior, become a lich,
Yes.
learn alchemy to make drugs.
Mm-hmm.
You want to learn more about the Dream Circle.
Yes.
And you want to set up for taking the Silver Mage Prestige class?
Well, if there, yeah.
Okay.
You know, if there isn't any other options given to me when I turn to a lich.
Lich is like a layered thing. It goes with anything. Like, you're a lich.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good.
Cool then. Silver Mage, yeah.
Alrighty then. Okay, yeah, I think that's everything. So, sorry. As for the Dream Circle, you could ask Cornelius about that.
Okay. I'll ask him once the whole ritual thing is done.
All right. After the first phase of the ritual, Cornelius will say, "There, that should bind your soul to your phylactery, which was what again? A hat, right?
A hat. Yes.
Yes, this bowler hat.
Mm-hmm. The perfect circular shape to ward off
Indeed,
attacks.
a powerful form of hat.
Yeah.
Very, very domed, properly brimmed.
No lint.
Indeed. I'll hand you the hat. A fine phylactery. Now is a good time to let your soul rest, as it's just been tethered, and we don't want to cause any detrimental effects, especially when we are coming up on the hardest part, which is the actual reinversion of your life energy. That part can always get very messy. Quite literally, as your blood and organs will come flying out of you at high speeds. I don't know why at high speeds they could just plop on the ground. I don't really know where the momentum comes from. All I know is that when I first did it, I broke one of my favorite bases.
Aww. I wouldn't want to splash anything all over these books.
Yes, and also, I would not wear any of your best footgear or anything that you don't want to get ruined whenever we do this.
I'd have to strip naked? I mean...
Yeah, well, you don't want to get blood all over it.
True. You're right. About the dream circle you mentioned, like, when we were not here.
Oh yes, the power of the dream, and how the circle of dreams is not an applicable... Oh, hold on, I think my food is here. Be right back. Be right back, guys. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I wonder if we can strategically use that whole eject organs things, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's a one-time thing.
Strategically eject organs.
Can
we revivify and put the organs back in to do it again?
the regeneration spell, you know, just hit them with it real quick. All the organs come back and then just fire right back out.
Tactical blood mist.
Now we're thinking.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, we were talking about the dream, yes?
Yes, the dream circle.
Well, contacting the dream in a place where the dream has been denied for so long can be, well, it can be quite a hairy situation, but not impossible.
No, so there's a means to the madness.
Well, of course there is. You see, the Circle of Dreams is the Circle of Dreams is important, as it maintains the connection between the ley lines and those of the astral sea. And since it has been, more or less, destroyed, disabled, whatever word you want to use here in your land of Corvanus, to get them back would be... well, it would be quite a feat. One would have to go and repair the groves. More importantly, they would have to repair the stillborn grove, and then re-establish the connection with the dream, which means that you're going to have to speak to Own or Woad, and they can be unpredictable. Very unpredictable.
You said undead are locked out of the dream, so I myself cannot take up this task.
Well, that's not entirely true.
Oh,
We're not locked out of the dream. Well, we are, but in the traditional method. But there are ways to enter the dream through the waking realm. Now, that is a very illegal way to do it. You're not supposed to be in the dream unless you're dreaming, as henceforth the rules, and you risk the ire of Own and Woad by doing so, or one of the Silent Knights. But it is possible. And perhaps they would be more befitting of someone trying to restore the Circle of Dreams. I will tell you that, while they are unpredictable, most of the time they are not unreasonable. Or at least Woad isn't. Own is a complete crapshoot, you never know what that fucking thing's going to do.
I see. So I have to...
It'll be difficult. There'll be a lot of calculus involved, but I'm sure you could handle it.
Nice. That's all I needed. Thank you very much, and I'll see you for the second part of this ritual?
Indeed.
Yes.
Soon you will be beautiful.
I can already feel it. My organs floating at high speeds.
High-speed organs.
Now it's time to learn about the crystal methe.
Alright, alchemy. Is that over the month we get?
Yeah,
or
that's
something?
gonna be the break thing. Because there's a lot to go over, and I've got to write new crafting rules and a bunch of other stuff. Basically, I want to focus this session on getting any of those roleplay pieces out of the way before, and your questions, obviously. Also, sorry about the noise. Oh my god, I'm trying to be quiet. Ow.
He says, screaming into the ether.
As we take a break from training, Twilight Mouse will come over here for a bit and check the locket.
It is still pointing to Cornelius.
Thing is broken. There's one person with a sane, inquisitive mind around here. And I'll stroll up to Laza and tap him on the shoulder. Mr.
Hello.
Laza,
Oh, hello.
may I borrow you for a moment?
Oh, very well. No. You spell hippopotamus with an H. No.
That's a lot of letters.
Mr. Laza, every time anyone ever speaks about Amber or anything like that, they tend to include you because of your whole imprisonment thing. If you had to make your best guess, why would you think that my locket points to Mr. Cornelius every time I check it here?
Well, it's possible that he is not the object of your desire, but rather the methodology in which to accomplish it. You don't want to miss the pond for the lilies, you see.
So you're saying he has more knowledge that I will need, even if I don't know what it is?
Amber is a potent force, as it possesses some prescience. So, it is very likely that the path to your desires is through him.
So, are we stuck here until I ask him the right question? Till I learn the right thing, and it changes?
Laza will shrug. It may very well be his lack of presence, or perhaps something you have to ask him, or perhaps a continuance of our journey. It could be any of those things.
I hate the idea of just going up and asking him a long string of questions. That sounds annoying even to me.
But why? That's his job.
I know, but just because something is someone's job doesn't mean that you should impose yourself upon them overly.
Well, I don't know about that. Mr. Cornelius has been very helpful. He seems to be a very kind man. Not a man! Not kind! I hate you! I hate you both!
He's incredibly kind. He hasn't fooled me once. But I think I don't know how to say it. Even Mr. Cornelius said it before when we were in the other room with the eye and the time. The journey is almost worth more than the destination, supposedly. I want to give that a try, but at the same time, the destination is what matters. And Cornelius is full of answers, yes, but he always acts within, it's hard to define. Like, he'll answer a question specifically in a library way of answering a question, and I suppose that's his job, so that makes sense, but I don't know what to ask. Everyone else here seems to know exactly what they want. I'm not sure I do.
Well, when you close your eyes at night, when you wake up, what is the first thing you think of? Or the thing you think of the most?
That I'm currently happy that I'm able to go wherever I want, whenever I want. It lets me do whatever I want.
So you think of your freedom?
Yes, I think so.
Then ask about that.
How do you mean? How would you phrase that as a question? I'm trying to wrap my head around it.
One could only stipulate that you feel so much better from your freedom because you once did not have it. Explore that. What is it about your past that made you feel not free?
Well, mostly politics and my family and their plans for me. And, well, for the longest time, even my own health was something that kept me rooted in place, and unfree, and then my mentor came along, and now I can do things. The training and the regimen and the diet, and it all went together, and now I can do things, but all of that's in the past now. It's behind me.
Did you not mention that you loved your master and wished that he could be brought back?
Well, yes, but that's not in the past. That's in the future. I can change that. It's easier to change one thing, one person's status, than an entire nation or family line or the rules of society. It just seemed more doable.
Ah. Well, you see, my dear halfling friend, that is perhaps where you are confused. You stepped out. You see the large picture in front of you. You think that there is no way for you to change the fates of these great entities. But remember, no decision is made in a vacuum, by itself, without connection, without relevance, and without company. Every decision that is made in the present is not a decision made in the whole. It is made piece by piece. Wish to change the nation, you must do so by changing the small things first. You have great potential. You could do what you wish. Perhaps what you are feeling is that with all this freedom that you have wanted for so long, the thanks that you wish to provide to your master for granting you this freedom, perhaps the real question is, Twilight Mouse, what is it you plan to do with that freedom?
I think that's the whole. Thank you, Mr. Lazo. That makes sense. I hadn't really given much thought as to what my master and I would do when I got him back. I have a lot to think about, but not specific questions. You're always a good talk. Just in general. Thank you.
I try my best to be helpful. Like Mr. Marlowe. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Mr. Marlowe has been incredibly helpful in the past as well.
Got him.
Alright, I have much thinking to do.
Guys,
Get your RP. Now's the time.
now's the time. Get in there.
Marlowe thinks quietly to himself. So strange how people think the weirdest shit. I guess everybody thinks the weirdest shit, myself included. I'm currently narrating to myself about how other people probably think the weirdest shit, and they narrate that shit out loud. I guess it's normal then.
While you're thinking, Marlowe, an image flashes in your mind.
God.
There you go.
Close enough.
Yeah.
I can't
Why is it in all of our minds?
God, she's so hot.
Having an Akira moment, just screaming, "Get out of my head!"
Get away!
Get out of my head! Wait, correct me if I'm wrong. You actually saw Jenny in character, right?
We did.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Once
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
road.
Yeah, so this
We
is
didn't-
I have too.
so it's actually canonical for you to think about her if you really wanted to.
We didn't
Oh,
make eye contact. That I remember that for sure. But
I was gonna snitch on Telry with her.
Yeah, we almost did that.
Oh. Don't
I'm
make
sure
me,
if she
don't
did
make me
make
don't
eye
tell her
contact.
again.
sure, if she did, I would have had the strength to lock eyes.
But I would like to ask Swigg if he'd be able to assist me in creating a cure for my affliction in case any of our more fleshy companions should accidentally become afflicted by myself.
I mean, there isn't any harm in testing unknown liquids on others that are already dead.
Oh,
Why did he say it like that?
Nodding.
Sure, but this is, points to the not dead people in the room. Should they, I don't exactly wish to enslave them to my will by accident.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind working together, finding a cure, I guess.
Thank you.
Yeah. The vaccine.
I mean,
No,
this,
it's not real. It didn't happen.
the skeleton man
Just used to control
is right over there. I'm sure he could tell you how to do it.
True. You could also just give us a recipe and I just, brew it up.
I guess that's. Cornelius, are you able to instruct Swigg here on how to alleviate my contagion?
What? No. Why would I do that?
We tried.
Why would I give you the cure for what your natural state is now improved?
Well, not for me. For in case one of my zombies explode next to them and they become infected.
If that happens, good.
Yeah.
They're racist and they don't want to be undead like us. We are better. We are superior.
That's the beauty about this. They don't get a choice.
You're right.
Oh,
it is
that
pretty
rattles
funny.
my bones.
So yeah, I think it's going to be a me and you project.
Yeah, sadly enough.
Unfortunately, even though Cornelius can help you, he won't. If you're gonna be undead, be undead. If your friends are gonna be undead, good.
Even better. There's more.
There's more.
Thumb.
If you bite me, Mr. Gruul, I'm killing you before I come back as a zombie.
Yes,
And
same,
I'll just
agreed.
say I'll do it in a way
Careful.
that makes sure that neither of us come back.
All right, this is why I'm working with Swigg to get the cure. Don't worry.
I should have
If
chosen
any of you die, I will steal your soul.
How comforting.
Jesus.
You have to take it out of my
I know
fucking
this
hands.
word. Consequences.
Consequences?
I'm literally working on a cure. You don't have to be so goddamn aggressive about this. Like,
You're not
You shouldn't
working
be
on
so
a cure.
close to
You're openly hypothesizing about a cure in the middle of this fucking carpeted room.
Keep 6 feet distance from him.
yeah. I said, hey, let's work on a cure, and then 2 seconds later, you're threatening to kill me. Like, I'm actively trying to work on this to make sure it doesn't happen. Like, calm down, Jesus.
You had the
That's
option earlier.
If I just
You
turn
made
you all
it.
undead now, it wouldn't be a problem, right?
Wouldn't.
I mean, that is true.
No, that's not the true desires of people here. Cross his arms.
I don't know.
No.
Is
For
it?
some reason.
Is that something I want? I'm not. I don't think so.
Oh god.
Come
here
on,
we
join
go.
us, Abby. Be one of us.
No. I don't think I will.
Yes, you
Yeah,
want
see.
to be undead.
It's fun. Look, I can
Dude,
pulse
this
skin
group-
abnormally
this-
length.
It doesn't look fun. No, I'm okay. I'm
Look
going
at
to
my
sit
Laffy
here.
Taffy skin. Wow.
Maybe Nara was right. Fuck.
Good point. Gee, you think?
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to.
I think Marlowe just had a SpongeBob in the fucking cafe moment. He's just like, oh wait, was Knarh right? Just sitting there.
Man. Just for the giggles. Mr. Chrome. Sell it to me. How would you convince me?
I wouldn't. If I really wanted you to be an undead, I would have killed you myself. They made this one turn you undead.
Jesus. That's pretty convincing.
That's pretty convincing. So no,
Oink.
then is what you're saying. I that's all up to me.
Oink.
Nice. Good pig. I'm not petting you. I know now your secret.
Dude. He walks up to Crow. He's just like, if I wanted you undead, I would have killed you myself and made him raise you as one. It was so
Brutally honest.
God, it was such a brutal answer. Dude.
What a good dad Chrome was. You just know. You can tell. You know.
Bitch, if I wanted you undead, you'd be.
Brought you
You
into
wouldn't
this
have
world.
I can take you
My
out.
way or the highway.
Take you out of it. Mow the lawn, son. No, you're not being paid.
You live in my house.
Yeah. You got a roof and 4 walls.
Mr. Blackfire, while they're doing weird, what I presume to be pre-sexual family roleplay, do you mind if we go to the portal room?
Well, I'd
portal
actually
room?
like to watch this pre-family sexual roleplay, if that's fine.
The portal room?
But yes, we can go to the portal room. Fine.
That was pre-sexual family. Never mind.
What?
It is a bardic
Oh,
nonsense.
gross. Well, gather round, everyone. I'm not taking you one at a time.
All right. You
Mr. Laza,
actually, I'm gonna stand here.
group up.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. What? That's the vocal requirement to cast the spell Teleport. Did you know that?
Teleport.
I mean, if you say so.
Ugh. God, I love that saying so much.
Weren't you the one who said you could choose your own vocal components?
Yes,
He chose.
and I
He
chose
chose
the
a
best
good
one.
Ah, we left the chairs all out of sorts, too. What terrible guests we are.
And here you are.
All right.
Thank you. You mentioned that there were 3 groups of Traveler Souls.
There sure
One
are.
by Hillylox, one that was full of Mytharians, and then one that had the druid that Gruul spoke to. Would you be able to take me to their portals or adjust their portals so that they would be facing?
You mean on Kovanis?
Yeah.
All right, come along. Oh, wait. I am not walking, Hill Huffer.
They're all this way.
Oh no, Swigg, no. No.
Fuck this gay Earth. I thought he was gonna hover me.
I'm coming!
We are a strict Earth party here. Excuse me.
All right, here you are. This is the portal
You
for the
guys
Gulf
might
Artists.
not want to be here for this.
No?
Plausible deniability.
Ah, yes. Well understood.
Oh,
I'm
oh.
going to stand out in the hole.
Oh.
Let me believe
Oh.
this.
been
Well,
happy.
I mean, I'm already on the shit list, so.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
I sure like messing with the Matron of Fate. All right, what's it going to be?
if we could do the party with the druid first.
All right, here you are. All right, you can see that they are currently in the very battle that you warned them against going into.
Marlowe will wrap up a note around the acorn and throw it through.
What?
Oh man, I was afraid you were gonna do that.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Nodded.
If my mouth worked, I'd spit on the ground.
Knarh looks at you like, "Are you bloody kidding me?"
I'll send you the note and
Yep, go right ahead.
the messages.
Are we interfering with this fight?
Oh, we
I
big
can read it.
interfering.
I can read it for stream, or if you want to read it when it gets read.
No,
in
no.
The timeline.
No, they'll hear it when they read it.
Yeah, I'll just drop these two then.
All right, so you toss it in there. Got it.
Yep.
Is there
Just
anything
like
else?
as if it were a rock.
Is there anything
Yeah, if we can
else?
switch over to the group that's near Hillylocks, the
Okay.
one in Aikyo.
All right, so the next one switches. I need you to all pause, as I have to go determine some shit.
Oh,
Oh
Hey.
fuck, dude, this is
Life was good
time.
while it lasted.
Sees you throw an acorn. Are you bloody kidding me?
pushes
We need
Marlowe in.
those. Pushes Marlowe. I mean,
No.
don't tempt me.
Hey, they're fine with Therians. I want to jump in.
Oh, we're gonna kill the Ethereum party? Let's go.
Oh,
We all just Viking jump in. Let's go.
Oh no, where
I
are
can make
we?
do this session.
The ghostly.
They're down at the bottom.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8.
What? Oh.
That's fitting. 1, 2, 3. Hold on, I need to think. Shit. Do you guys have those in your inventory?
Those-
Acorns?
The
I don't
acorns?
have one.
Yes.
Okay. right, where are you going to next?
The group that's in Haikyō, next to Heliolox.
All right, you can see them going about their business at a large estate.
Well, does it look like there's a druid or bard from amongst them? Actually, no, not. Does it look like there's a druid or a foreigner from amongst them?
There is a foreigner, yes.
I'll throw the letter towards the foreigner.
Letter?
Yeah. The first was a letter and an acorn, the second was just a letter. And the last is the Metherian group. And
well, hold on.
Yeah.
I just holds a piece of amber up in front of her face, like, you can't see me.
Are we stopping him? No, I'm out in the hallway.
I feel like he dramatically narrated that in character.
Yes. No, I'm out in the hallway. I can't interfere.
No.
Just to know that for every letter you throw, Marlowe, Knarh is making an unarmed slap to the back of your head.
Go for it. Roll damage.
Roll damage.
Slapped at him.
First letter. Second letter.
Minecraft pain sounds.
Oof, oof,
Ugh.
oof,
Ugh.
oof, oof.
Oh, what would that be?
Hold on, I'm adjusting a million things at once. Here. This one. And the other one?
The Metherian group. I will send a letter through there. That should be it in terms of letters.
Knarh, if she sees Metherians, would try to grab your arm on that one.
Marlowe will throw through regardless.
But
Swaps hands, throws it anyway.
swaps hands, throws it.
Yeah, he's throwing them as if they were stones that he's practiced throwing a very long time.
Places are you doing giving letters to Metherians?
Boy,
They're worried
what a
about your
shame.
safety or ours. They don't know who we are or where we are.
What a shame I'm out in the hole right now.
All right.
We might be able to
1,
not be able to.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. fucking Jenny.
I was aiming for that one.
Oh god.
Oh man.
My hand slipped.
That's just a love letter.
The fuck! If I knew.
If you knew.
But he didn't know until it was already thrown.
No, she knows.
She knows. Blazes are you doing giving it to Metherians? Looks at the Metherians. Knarh will immediately back away from the pool upon seeing two of them and is just like, nope.
We're safe. They don't know us. They don't know who we are. They don't know where we are. In fact, we might end up just killing them in the next battle.
It
Just
depends
gave them
where they
something
are.
so that.
Yeah,
I
they
wasn't
didn't
really
look like
looking
they
too
were in an
closely.
ancient dwarven
Quit
city.
talking.
No.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
That's gonna be great.
Idiots.
Okay.
Are there other groups of travelers that you know of that I should write letters to? Mr. Cornelius?
Well, there's a lot more, yes. Let's see here.
Neon Corvinus?
Yes. There are some that are already on the Antvanti Isles. There are some... Ooh, there are some in Flanderton. There are some that are just outside the Free Cities. Now that's interesting. There are some that are fighting in the Underrealm.
What's the
Did you...
Underworld?
Underworld. The cavernous depths beneath the earth. Yes, they're fighting down there against a vampire. A potent one, too. Oh, I recognize this. These are those sanguine fellows following the Laughing Red. It's always good to see budding vampirism on an unready continent. With any luck, this entire western area will be transformed into beautiful undead. Keep up the good work, Sanguine Lord! Oh, they're fighting against it. It looks like they're going to lose, though. And let us see. Well, I'll be Alcatesian presence. L, what are you doing here, you weird little bitch boy? Wonder what he's up to. Probably going around telling people how stupid and young they are. But if he has that much of a manifestation, he's of the blue, he should not have that much. How interesting indeed. Oh, sorry, I was rambling. Yes, but those are the others.
Okay. Shit, I didn't know that. I guess back to writing.
Marlowe, are you bloody insane?
I hope not.
Those can be tracked.
Well, not to us.
Well, I mean,
hopefully tomorrow.
Looks at Blackfire. They can be tracked, can't they?
To here? Probably not. As long as he didn't sign his name.
looks at Marlowe.
He hasn't even given us his real name. I don't think he wrote his name down.
Marlowe is too smart for a fool plan.
Well, that's true. I'm sure that if he wanted to keep things clandestine, he wouldn't have signed his own name.
By using L as his
are
name.
knowing.
Or a moniker in which he
Like
could be
an
traced. Or some semblance of what he used here. Anyway, is there anything else?
Nefarians aren't gonna track this place down.
I'd like to see them try.
Those are the words right out of my mouth.
Fine.
I can tell you this much. If any of those little lightlings try to come in here and cause trouble, I'll finally get to unleash this arsenal of actual fucking coolness on them. Do you have any idea the spells I know? You know what I might do? I might let the last one live and then cast Skin Send on him so he can go back and tell his comrades what happened.
Dude, send skin?
Oh, Skin Send is a fantastic spell. It is a messenger spell that allows you to send your skin, as it detaches itself from your body, to go forth and tell someone a message. Your meat and bones just kind of lay there until it comes back and wraps itself around you like a cocoon. I personally can't really cast it on myself anymore, as I don't have any skin, but casting it on others, oh, it's fantastic. Most go insane at the casting. Some actually get their messages off, but then they're killed because they're seen as an undead abomination before their messages can even come out. Oh, it's very fun. In fact, I remember the last time I cast this spell, I was I was messing with the Pale City, you see, and I sent I sent the skin of a not a saint, but one of the like high anointed to go back and warn the city that a ravenous doom was coming to them. It's fantastic. Oh man, that one's skin was all melted though, kind of weird. Normally that doesn't happen. I attribute it to the zealotry.
Okay, so I don't have specific notes for these groups, the ones you just listed off. Marlowe is rapidly boilerplating the same note on 5. Yeah, he's making 5 boilerplate notes, and he'll ask to see the Advanti Isles group. Out of character in meta, I'll have those typed up to you.
That's fine.
30 minutes after session, but definitely before they go on.
Yeah, that's fine. Take your time.
Not necessarily telling you to stop, Marlowe, but does the Matron of Fate tend to punish those who...
Oh, he's definitely getting punished!
Like, just him, individually?
Well, and you, by being associated with him. But I assume that he had knowledge of that before he did all this.
Yeah, and
Then what's
whatever
the point
happened
of
to
me-
run things by the group before
Probably
we
not
touch them?
Twilight Mouse.
Do you have any notion as to how she tends to punish them?
It depends. How much he interfered.
And this would be, like, scale of 1 to 10?
Like I said, it depends on how much he interfered. I don't know what he wrote in those letters.
Kind of side eyes Marlowe. You think it's problematic? You think this is gonna bite us pretty hard?
Comes to bite you, you can make your case in front of the god yourself.
And well,
if not, then you're just... I guess you're just punished by some force for my fault.
Look, do you think it's worth it?
Yes.
Takes a deep breath. All right.
I also think
He
that
is rapid
you
fire
can't save.
making more letters.
I don't think that we can just go on our jolly way and save the fucking world, Gruul.
No, I agree. I won't stop you.
And
I don't
on you.
think this is worth it.
You don't know us.
Jesus.
He really doesn't.
No, I really don't.
Good. It's good. Keep it up.
Oh,
Alright, what does the Envanti group look like?
yes. The Envanti group. You can see that they are currently traveling through the jungle. Amongst them, you see that there is an elf, there is a skinwalker, 2 of them, 3 of them, in fact. There is an orc, and there is a halfling.
Are the skinwalkers identifiably foreign?
They are certainly foreign.
Things they're at the Advanti Isles, and we have already informed the Risen to our plans there. Perhaps send the Risen there that way instead of a note.
Yeah, this doesn't apply to them. I'll have to write a new one. Do you have paper on you, Gruul?
Cornelius will
No.
snap his fingers. Here, have some paper.
Thank you.
We scribes have to look out for each other.
Tip's hat.
Something tells me I should look back into Amber and how that keeps you hidden from
What does
things.
what does the Flanderton group look like?
All right.
Please tell me they're on episode 1, just high out of their minds on the floor.
They are not.
Ah.
Damn.
Go ahead, Ken.
They are currently chilling against the side of a tower, resting. You can see that amongst them, there seems to be a half-elf, a skinwalker kitsune, a halfling, a human, another skinwalker with a it's just another skinwalker, and you also see that there is yet another skinwalker, although he doesn't seem to be a central part of their group.
He'll add one word to the letter and send it through.
Oh, there's also an orc there. You did notice him at first. He was quietly standing in the back.
He'll send it through.
Okay. Oh boy.
So we just sending the Risen for the Advanti group?
No, I have to. This information is not pertinent to them because of their location.
Okay. Anything else?
The Free Cities group. What do they look like?
I like their mask.
Reminiscent.
You don't know.
I don't know. My traveler soul knows. I feel it in the wind.
All right, you see an elf with a hat, a skinwalker.
Druid.
Yes.
Skinwalker.
Feral?
Ooh,
Yeah.
there's two
Oh, yeah.
skinwalkers.
Skinwalker. Another skinwalker. A plane touched. A human. And an elf.
Sending the same letter as the last, same as Flanderton. The same one word changed. I'm keeping track of all this.
This is like in a video game when you like get a random quest from nowhere. But this has like the reason behind it. It's very funny. A new hand touches the beacon. No.
Like there's rumors of a shout up in the mountains. Signed, a friend.
Yeah, exactly. Wink.
I am the high elves you haven't heard of.
I am the high elves. Haven't heard of. Have you heard of the high elves? Have you heard of the high elves? Have you heard of the high elves? I don't know you, and I don't care to know you.
I feel my eyeballs melting off. Elf in my vision.
I can feel
Oh
my...
fuck! That was my Ginny poetry. Fuck.
He said the poetry to the rock.
No.
That would be funny.
Dearest Jenny. Nice ass.
Nice. No, Marlowe's a face person. This has been well established.
You're right, so it would be just like...
Your forehead reminds me of moonlit nights, or whatever. I don't know.
That's how I know you're not a face person, because it's not a single part. It's just the whole.
The
Hair's
whole
like-
face. Yeah.
Your hair is like a field of ghosts.
Nah,
Your
man.
teeth are like
I'm
sheep.
Brazilian. I go for a variety of specific parts. Yes.
I'm Brazilian.
Man, the shit
But-
I did not just say.
But
But
Yes.
give them but now.
My
Butt.
man.
thigh. Booba.
Figa.
the back of the neck. Man.
Oh my god. All right, Waymaker, calm down.
That's the good stuff. I don't know what you're talking about.
Jesus Christ.
I shan't.
You're gonna make
That's-
I'm
control your
calm,
man.
and it's all Marlowe's fault.
you're gonna make Essie start blushing, dude. Like what the fuck?
He's gonna come in here and swap me in the back of the head. So what's gonna happen?
Yeah, actually, okay. Underrealm. What do those people look like?
Okay, here we go. Yeah. That's
Just line them all up.
It's,
Is it them?
it's coming. Oh god.
Oh no,
Ears are
we
really
will
cute.
canonically know
Alright.
about Catboy now.
All right, here we go.
I'm breathing.
All right.
Um,
As you look in on this, you will see absolute fucking carnage. Blood is everywhere. People are screaming. Ah! And the party members are a skinwalker, a dwarf, a human, a skinwalker. Yes. A skinwalker.
Ooh.
Mr.
Oh, kind of
Cornelius.
hot.
You will see
Marlowe blushes at the Skinwalker. You know
That
which
one's kind of hot,
you will
actually.
See, you will see a vampire. You will see a vampire. You will see a vampire.
Mr. Cornelius, I wish to live again. Please, so I can fuck that Catboy.
one.
Or are people being
that's a good
turned
point.
into vampires?
Mr. Cornelius, you said this was in the underworld. Where is that on Corvinus? Where's
Yes, it
located
is.
specifically?
It's just deep underground.
Would it be closest to the Hillylocks, Faygate?
I believe the access point would be in the Broken Oaks somewhere.
Wait, isn't that where we're going?
No, we're going to the Distinct Pines.
Oh, well, they're close.
Just north of that. And do we have to say hi to these people?
Marlowe will send the same letter, but instead of that one word being changed the same it was for Flanderton and Free Cities, it changes it for this group. We'll just chuck it in. Right into the fucking bloodbath.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fate. Oh, good.
Well-
Wasn't that a vampire?
Yes.
I guess it's going to be an undead conversation.
It's gonna be May.
Is that another one I'm gonna need to... Nope. Channel hatred.
That sounded painful.
You can pull up
Careful.
the
You wouldn't want
followers of Falael.
You are unable to access them. They are outside of the reach of the library. Cornelius will say, looks like they're protected by their deity.
Makes sense.
Unfortunately, the neutrality of the library means we can't bypass his sovereignty. So, I'm afraid there's a limit to what I can do. You could...
You know where they're located?
You could, however, just leave it outside. They have a garden. You could put it there.
Oh, yeah. You take me to their garden?
Sure. He'll kind of zoom in.
Oh, wait. Where is this?
Oh, I can show you on the map where it is.
No, I'm asking in character for Cornelius, so I have knowledge of what to do with the letter.
Oh, it's in the Black Steppes.
Falael. It's an elf guy who used to be a star, I think was part of the book I read.
It was... Oh, no, it's not in the Black Steppes, my bad. It is in the... Oh. Well, Cornelius shows you where it is. It's right here.
Oh.
It is...
Okay.
It is uncomfortably close to where you're going.
Do you know anything about these people, other than they're followers of Falael?
Well, I know
Actually,
there's the followers of Falael, and I also know that Astaroth is pissed, apparently. I have no idea why
no.
he's so mad.
That's the dwarf one.
Wait.
Marlowe will
Strong.
change... He will change 3 words. Changing 2 by scratching them out, and then adding 1 that's different from the other 3.
So the dwarf one's mad at the elf one. The elf one used to be a star, and
Oh,
They're
no,
here.
it doesn't look like he's mad at Falael, but rather one of them. Not really clear
Oh.
why.
I mean, elves and dwarves seems kind of normal.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Also, the gods seem very
Well,
pissy, so it must not be very difficult.
I mean, not all of them.
Maybe it's
We
something
haven't made
for-
Raquel mad yet. That's a
They get
plus.
cranky at the
That's
slightest
wow.
thing. Pass someone
Like
a
the
note.
yet you mentioned in there.
Well. Alright, are we done? Here?
Don't know. You done with all your letters?
Is that all of them?
I believe so. Is it?
I mean, I'm certainly not looking to throw anything through anymore.
What do you mean by anymore?
Well, kind of brain connected myself.
You got rid of one of the acorns. What'd you do that for?
Yes, what if we need all of them?
And what if we fail?
And we're kind of in
With
a
all
rough
of 'em.
spot because one of them's with Telry.
I thought that was part of the plan, was to go get his or something.
Okay.
But now I suppose it doesn't matter.
Look, there's a lot of plans that are being put forward. Best to make sure that we have contingencies, I guess.
So we're done with the portal then? Yes?
Well,
Do you have the ability to see the Matron of Fate?
Not really. I mean, I can see her undulation. She's a god, after all. But can I actually see what she's doing at any point in time? No.
do you wish to contact her or something?
Yeah.
Alright.
Would that be something that'd be available to us here to make contact with a god?
Look, if you want to try and do that, that's completely up to you. You'll have to go to the orrery for that.
You mind taking me there?
We're going there to learn spells and such.
Alright then, off we go!
Goodbye.
Bye.
Well,
You must gather your party before venturing forth. Whoa!
New area? New area?
We're all on top of each other now.
oh no.
Oh dear, oh dear, hold on, everything's resetting. Oh no!
All good. We're here.
Ugh.
There we are.
We sick again.
Oh. Why does this have a border? That's so weird. Anyway, here we are, the orrery. You could use this to study all sorts of spells, and you could also use the central celestial system in order to contact any of the deities. However, whether or not they will take your message and enter communications is entirely to them.
Would they be able to see my face if I pulled them up?
Yes? No? Maybe so? It depends.
I mean, she already saw us through the portal mirror thing.
Hiding your identity from the Matron Fate is incredibly difficult. She probably already knows who you are. So, best to abandon that line of thinking, I think. Like, she knows who I am. Not that she can do anything about it.
Does she like your presence?
Does she like me?
Yeah.
Probably wants this bone, but no. I don't think she likes me.
Sorry if I'm ignorant in these matters. I frankly have no idea how any of this works. But
Well, you pray to Ezekine, yes?
yeah.
It's the same thing. You pray in the orrery towards her to establish a connection. And then you speak to them. You could also speak to Ezekine if you wanted to. Maybe he can give you some advice.
So this is how I'd contact
Usually-
the god.
Yeah.
Maybe we can contact my theory.
So I
would
sit
be
down
really
and I
content.
pray to her.
Yes. If you need a dogmatic prayer book, there's one for each of the deities here, so that you can establish a connection.
So now I'm thinking of what
Is that
I would ask
necessary?
and why.
Can I? Actually, yeah. If you can show me to where that is. Thank you, Cornelius.
You are welcome.
Trying to say you really don't want to pray to another god?
Oh no.
Well, to be
Yeah,
clear,
connect.
it is not actually sacrilegious to pray to another god, because even though... So, the only deity that's in play right now that would have a problem with that is Mytheria and her church. They are far more... They're monotheistic. See, the deities of Kalkatesh know the other deities exist. It is not sacrilegious to pray to them. In fact, many of them do that kind of stuff. Like they'll pray to gods in their similar pantheons. Now, it is considered somewhat uncouth to pray to a deity that is the opposite pantheon of the deity that you serve. For example, white pantheon follower praying to a black pantheon follower and vice versa. Or green and gray, or vice versa.
Marlowe will take the book. I'll look it over. Is it programmatic or is it scriptural? Does it have directions or is it more like?
So this book is just on the dogmatic rituals required to make a prayer to establish a connection. It's like a phone book. It's not a religious text. Since this is a place of neutrality, they don't assuage to any of the belief systems of the gods they're in. Only the specified, specific, and required undulations and gestures required to actually make contact with them.
It's a chanted phone number. Very nice.
Yeah, essentially.
Marlowe. Yeah, he'll go through the gestures of the prayer to the Matron of Fate. There's a very sturdy and aggressive nature to his voice and arm movements.
Used to call me on your cell phone.
Knarh thinks about.
So does this bring only him to contact with the Matron of Faith, or all of us?
You can all participate if he uses the one for a group call. And we have the bandwidth for it.
Well, I would like to.
No group call.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna want to be next to me for what I'm about to say.
Well,
Coward.
we're
Well,
all a part of
I
this.
have a piece of word. I want to tell her. No, I'm just kidding.
I actually
No.
think I might try and reach out to a god while I'm here.
Told you I'd stand with you, Marlowe. Getting hit is what happens, and we get hit.
If you wish to do it by yourself, you can. I won't.
He's doing it
interfere
by
this
himself.
time.
He's not.
Alright then.
If you want to make a prayer or claim, then you should do it by yourself as well. And I will not interrupt you, nor have anything to say.
Very well.
Guess I'll start looking through some of these prayers myself.
Oh boy.
Yep.
So, talking to the Matron of Fate is probably going to take a lot of time. So,
Hmm.
and I suspect I know what you're going to say, so it's going to be a pretty big confrontation. So, unless anybody has any final questions for Cornelius, or unless anybody here wants to speak to any of the other deities, that's pretty much all I've got for you tonight.
Don't know that I have anything else for Cornelius. I mean, I could handle learning spells or such in like downtime, possibly. In the in between, Knarh might try to actually reach out to Eus. That one piqued her interest whenever I was reading through the divinity book that I was given.
Oh, this one. It says he's attached to Undeath and War. Crowley. What can you tell me of him? I believe we mentioned him before.
So you want to contact Crowley?
In a few different ways, yeah. Because we're obviously connected to him in a little bit, but also because of the Depthlar. I'm really.
So yes, no, like.
No, I'm
Yes.
preparing. I'm preparing
Yeah.
myself. Sorry, mentally.
Yeah, don't fucking do this in the matron of the other two hot wires you don't want to get crossed.
I would push Gruul to do it. Go on, you wuss.
Fine. So be it.
I'll make sure you don't get yourself killed.
Ironic, but thank you. He will take a moment to kneel down and place his hand upon his weapon. Begin to
I'll
pray.
stand and close my eyes.
Can you bring my fork back though?
I want mine. My fork.
Can I get a spoon?
Dude, bro. You got any
I'm
forks left?
sorry, my man. I'm trying my hardest.
Crowley's just like, you gotta bring her fork back.
Bring her
Communications.
Here, fork back. So we have someone contacting the Lady of Fate. We have someone contacting Crowley. Anybody else want to jump on the fucking train?
Can I contact Lorne? Is that how you're saying it?
Sure, you can contact Lorne.
Yay!
Can I attack Death?
No, you cannot contact Lord Death.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Crowley's got death in here. It's right here. You
No,
can see.
Knarh was
You
going to
unknown.
contact Eus.
I'm too late. I'm visiting Crowley.
But you're also...
There's double date to Crowley's? Hello?
No, it's a triple date. Breakfast coming along.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like we've triggered a lot of stuff.
Okay, so you guys are just going to talk to deities on your first session back. Got it.
Yep.
Got it. All right. That's it.
Is that gonna take up?
Yes.
I kind of didn't want to talk to her. I just kind of want to tell her to go fuck herself and remember my face, and that was it.
That'll go well. Oh, yeah.
Lol.
Cornelius gives you 2 big thumbs up.
Is that literally all you're going to say? You weren't going to speak to her at all?
I was gonna monologue at her and then flip her off.
Jesus.
Oh my word.
Well, all right.
You got that monologue?
Well, I got the fucking bullet points. I can knock this out.
All right, go ahead then.
If you guys want to.
Yeah, go
Go
for it.
ahead.
Go
Last
for it.
session before the break.
Yeah. Yeah, let's fucking put some sriracha in this shit. Alrighty. Do I make a connection? Do I know she's listening?
All right, so essentially, it doesn't really work like that. It's you send a message, and then you receive a message back. But if you're just gonna hang up, then you won't get the message.
Okay.
back.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send a message. I'll start with this. Matron of Fate. The Whore of Babylon, whatever your name actually is. Do not mistake the neutrality of these grounds to be a wall I am hiding behind. I will be out of here soon enough. I've seen no hope in your tapestry. I've seen the holes in its fabric, not scratched out by the carelessness of travelers who bear forgotten names, but just by how thin your threads are. Woven ever so tightly so that if a hole were to be spotted, a new one could be woven in its place as if it had always existed. Your addition to the domain of knowledge rests as the sole defilement upon its namesake. Those who weave your story with you are suffocated into the confinement of your vision. Great goddesses, spiders. As they say, all roads lead to Rome. And you always win in the end. I'll contend with paper cuts from your spider webs, entrenched and suffocated by contingencies and needles held by your hand. Show me your tapestry. What story could be worth your sad fucking existence? Send one of your whatever they're called. Maybe they can beat some sense into me then. Punish me for not marching in lockstep to you what you think a good ending has to be. Fate, Miss Matron, only exists in retrospect. If you claim a future to be one that is correct and pre-written, you've completely missed the point of watching a story unfold, or of being its caretaker. If you're not its author or caretaker, then you are a tyrannical slave, and I pity you deeply. To be that arrogant and to shake in your boots at the same time, you must be terrified someone paints outside the confines of your masterfully woven lines. Perhaps not. Because you had a plan for that, didn't you? And you're always right. You always win in the end. Perhaps you're just like me, strung along by the hope you use to string along others. Maybe I've got it twisted. Why stitch my dreams to the palm of your hand just to watch them collapse and reopen as an art piece done better? A story that is told correctly. If I had to have hope, Ms. Matron, I hope you cease to exist. Sewn into the palm of my hand, and I can write a story of a tyrannical girl who dreamt of the existence of fate in her precious little kingdom, never to awaken. The irony would be bothersome. You know, what I actually hope for, Ms. Matron, is to sit next to you one day and see you smile when you finally figured out your tapestry isn't something trampled upon by the boots of wayward travelers, but a piece of a memory worth cherishing. Anyways, great sovereign, whatever your name is, please remember my face, so you know who to take vengeance upon. And I'll keep dreaming, I guess. Hope you like that one, Cornelius.
That was pretty good.
There for a while.
Knarh heard like those first two lines and was like, I'm going over here.
The library will begin to shake as the matron's response is simple.
30 feet's not enough.
And you will hear, as you wish. Alrighty, from this point forward, the party can no longer benefit from inspiration or birthday 20s. If Marlowe wishes to participate in a world without fate's whim and its interjection, then he shall do so.
God damn it, my birthday was next.
Ha! Curio birthday.
LOL.
My birthday was last week.
This will be interesting.
That's it. That's all the punishment she gives. It's not even a punishment. It's exactly what he wanted.
Incredible. Maybe I will go Mad Hatter after all.
And that is where we'll just call it right there, dude. Oh, God.
Excellent. Very good.
Wow.
Perfect. Down to the very bone detail.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be. Yes.
Now I gotta write up my own prayer. Well, at least I got 2 weeks for it.
Man, that was sick.
Have your negative inspiration.
He's gonna pray, can I have my birthday 20s?
Rowley, please.
This is, please, bro, please, please, please,
Please.
rerolls.
Wow. Wow.
Bro really had to beg a deity to get consequences for his actions. That's kind of crazy.
Man, that was crazy. That's
Amazing. I love it. That was a good response. That was spot on.
It's very poetic, man. He's like,
Fantastic.
he says all this shit to her, and she's like, okay,
Fine.
do it then. Just takes it away.
All rolls are
Yoinks.
now 20s or 1s. Wait, that would be a good thing.
Yeah, it would
That would
be.
be horrible.
Yes, it would be awesome. You have me.
Just have to stand near the halfling.
All 20s all the time. Yeah, no, the no birthday 20s and no inspiration is way better. I'm gonna go ahead and no, I'm gonna keep mine until yeah, forever, I guess. It'll just sit there on the sheet.
Well, you
Yeah,
can't,
our
you
inspiration.
can't benefit from it. So
Yep.
you might as well not spend it.
It's
It's
just
just
there
sitting
being
there.
shiny.
That just
nice
affects
inspiration.
this party, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, she did say.
It affects this party and also Dante.
Would that affect my traveling soul?
No, because you're not the
Okay.
perpetrator.
Lol.
Sounds good.
Out of character, I'm so fucking sorry.
No, this is
Nah,
great.
No, you're-
It's fine.
I have hated the
We
fucking
don't need
matron
but the
since I
20s.
stepped foot on this continent.
This is
In
awesome.
character.
You're fine, bro. Hey.
Even
Fuck
out
no.
of there.
No, that's what makes it great. It was in character. You talk some
Yeah.
shit to the goddess of fate, and she was like, "Okay, you want to see what it's like when my hand doesn't help you? Then fight without its help."
Nice.
Man.
That shit was
Faithless,
overrated anyway.
Right?
Yeah, that shit was overrated. It looks back at all of your encounters. Oh
There you go.
God!
Yeah, we've never benefited from a birthday
No,
20.
never.
Yo,
Nope.
boys, no more recaps.
Yeah. They can all
Yo.
be Twilight Mouse quality from here on.
Arcadum
No,
says,
watch
that's how
the
to recap. It's like,
Watch
alright,
the
let's
recap.
get into the show,
Watch the-
everyone. Watch the VOD.
Man, it's canon. We don't have to do recaps.
We don't have to
Maintain a
roleplay
fate.
good anymore.
Yeah, that's what the point
lie.
of that was. Yeah, that was. You see, it's a benefit. We don't do recaps anymore.
Hooray!
We will still be doing recaps, but you just
Fuck.
won't be getting any benefit from it.
Nice.
That's for you, the folks at home, and not for our own benefit.
That's for
Brought to
you.
by-
Brought to you by LP Curio cigarettes. They're toasted.
What?
Puffin' nails.
Made from all natural Norwegian tobacco.
Wait,
Uh,
Colombians don't
that's
make
session,
tobacco anymore?
Hand rubbed by.
I mean, they do, but
Oh.
like most Colombian things.
Like most Colombian things.
I mean, okay, so most of the U.S. drinks mostly Colombian coffee.
Not Brazilian coffee.
There's better, guys. There's better.
Mm.
You could be
Your doctor
you could be
recommends
living.
Colombian cocaine.
Yeah, you could be now they're cocaine. I hear good things about.
Now they're cocaine, on the other hand. Muy
yeah,
bueno.
yeah.
Muy bueno.
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 With the bone.
Meatball, eh? Meatball, eh?
Nice.
That was such a fucking hardcore moment.
Good
Jesus.
session. Good ending.
That was a good ending.
I've been holding that in since like episode 5 with Telry. I had that in the back of my mind.
Oh, hold
Wow,
on.
What, insulting the Matron of Fate?
Yeah.
I just met Telry, and boy, the Matron of Fate's got to get it. All right.
Telry got me cooking.
Luke forcing the parties to start meeting each other in order to finally meet Jenny in game.
We've already met.
We've already met though, but like be remembered by her.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is perfect, dude. This is perfect. Get out of my head. Bling.
Flashbanging me every time.
Man.
Bound and broken, getting ducked on. Oh, this is perfect. Sagas and Souls, the Whispering King. Ah!
Everyone's screaming.
I like how Brokar's in the kitchen firing.
My
Ferris
goodness,
is on the ground.
sheer chaos.
Ah, yes. Now that's a shit post.
Angry eyebrows.
Marlowe be like, to whom it may concern. As you wish. Oh, man. What a good moment that was.
Very good.
What a poppin' stuffin' high quality moment. And
Memorable. Clap, clap.
I called the God of War to her face. It was pretty fucking Sigma, if you think about it.
It was pretty Sigma.
it's pretty good.
Bro was red pilled.
And you're like, you said whatever you want to punish me. I was like, okay. How about
the
this?
Tasteful,
How about
sharp
this?
edges.
Nope.
Yeah, instead she misses the entire point and punishes the entire party. I'm like,
Tasteful,
I still
sharp
hate,
edges
I
that
think
he
I
can.
hate her even more.
I think you missed the point where she doesn't care if you hate her. You're still wrong.
Yeah, but well, no, she's wrong. And
No.
Cornelius, put her back on the phone.
Put it back on the phone right now. Put it back on the phone.
Hit reply all.
Cornelius becomes the fucking middleman of your argument, dude. No, she's wrong. That's fucking stupid. Alrighty,
Stop. And I'm like,
color again. Color again right now. You ever have one of those instances where you're like, oh man, I should have said this, like in an argument that you had like 3 days ago? Fuck, dude.
All the time, dude.
Alright, good session, guys. Good times. Hugs and kisses. See you guys next time. Bye, everybody.